Hello guys, we'll start illustrations of branch accounts. But before going into the video, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel, like and share the video because that keeps me motivated to upload more and more videos. Illustration 3. Bombay Traders invoiced goods to its Delhi branch at cost. Head office paid all the branch expenses from its bank account except petty cash expenses which were made by the bank. All cash collected by the branch was banked on the same day to the credit of the head office. The following is a summary of the transactions entered into the bank during the year ended December 31st, 2011. They have given opening balances, goods sent from HO, goods returned to HO, cash sales, credit sales, allowance to customers, discount to customers, bad debts, goods returned by customers, salaries and wages, rent and rates, sundry expenses, cash receipt from sundry debtors, and closing balances. Now, they have asked us to prepare the branch account. Whenever it is a branch account, it will be in debtors method. Okay, so branch account in the debtors method, branch stock account, branch P&L account, branch debtors account, branch expenses account by adopting the stock and debtors method. Next, branch trading and P&L account. So in the first question we did this branch account, in the second question we did trading and P&L account. Now in this question all the three methods should be done. Now first of all, speaking with the debtors method, we should consider only the opening balances, closing balances and the expenses or incomes which occurs between the branch and the head office, and not between the branch and the customer or consumer. Now we'll start the branch account. Now our format is ready. First we'll write the opening balances. So to balance, brought down stock is 7,000, debtors is 12,600, petty cash is 200. Now next is 2, goods sent to HO, goods sent from HO 26,000. Next, that is been written off. Next is sum of the part is written off. Okay, you take the total 7,000 plus 12,600 and 200 will come around 19,800. Next, this is goods sent from HO 26,000. There is no other adjustment, I mean in regarding to this. So right here, by goods sent to head office is how much is it? 1,000 rupees. Right in the outer column. Next is cash sales. We are not writing cash sales. Why? Because cash sales is regarded with branch and the consumer. Instead, we are writing the amount of cash sales which we have got to the uh, to the head office. Okay, so cash sales we are not writing. We are not writing credit sales. We are not writing allowances to customers. Then we are not writing discount to customers, not bad debts. Next, goods returned by customers also we are not writing. Salaries will write. Salaries is paid in the form of bank or cash, no, to bank or cash account. In the bracket salaries and wages, it is 500 rupees. Next, 2, rent and rates. So you are not writing it rent and rates, you are writing it as bank or cash account. In the bracket you are writing rent and rates. So rent and rates, it's 6,000. Sorry, how much is that? Sorry, this is 6,200 and this is 1,200. Got confused. 1,200 and this is 6,200. The next one is, so to bank or cash. sundry expenses, that is 800. And next is cash received from sundry debtors. We are not writing that because it is related to branch on the debtors. Next we are writing closing balances. So by balance carried down, stock, debtors, and petty cash. They have given 6,500, 9,800, and petty cash is 1,000. So that's all. The total is 16,400. Next, and you also need to write cash. So whenever you see cash sales or credit sales, just write that, otherwise you will forget it. You will write as by remittances. Okay, you are writing how much did you remit to the bank. First you had a cash sale. Okay, you had a cash sale of amounting 17,500. Then you had a cash receipt from debtors. Okay, cash receipt from debtors. You have cash receipt from debtors is 28,500. So total is 46,000. So that's all. Now make the total. We'll see which side is higher. So credit side is higher. Make a total. You get 63,400. 63,400 on both sides. 63,400, and you get a profit. Okay, to P&L account. Profit you get 9,400. Now this is for the branch account. Okay, branch account in the debtors method. This is the A part. We finished the A part of the question. Now we are going to the B part, that is in the method of branch stock and debtors method. So while answering to the B part, you open all the accounts which they have asked and keep it ready with the format. Now we are ready with the format. So first what we'll do is we'll do the branch stock account. So what you need to do, what is the difference between that method and this method is, here they are asking about stock. You need to mention only the items which are related to your manufacturing or a production department. Like only stock you need to stock, other than stock you need not to mention anything. And that's why we are maintaining each and every account for each and different thing. Okay, for data only we are maintaining separately, for profit and loss only we are maintaining it separately, like that. For expenses we are maintaining separate account. So here you need to record only the stock items. So the first one is opening stock to balance brought on. Okay, so here you need to write only stock. Regarding stock you had 7,000, so only that you need to write. Next, so goods sent from head office is there. So write it 26,000. Next, that's all here regarding stock. Now here in this, by goods sent to head office. Okay, so here it is 1,000. Okay, then write whatever you do in the normal trading account. How do you write? Opening stock, purchases, sales, same thing like that. You need, if any purchases are there, write this side. If any sales are there, write here. So we have sales. Okay, we are having cash sales and we are having credit sales. Now by cash we are having 17,500. Next, 28,500 from credit sales. And they have also told that they returned, customers returned some of the stock. This part we are not mentioning it in the branch account in the debtors method, but we are mentioning here. So customers return some of the goods of 500 rupees. Okay, so deduct here. So you get 45,500. Sorry, this is 28,400. So here you get 45,400 and write this in the outer column. Why? Because we don't have any other information, and certainly we don't need any double columns like this. So now you get a gross profit. Make this total. We forgot to write the balance carried down, that is closing stock. So closing stock we had 6,500, and make the total of this 1,000 plus 6,000. So the total is 52,900. 52,900. 52,900 minus 7,000 minus 26,000. We get profit of 19,900. So this is gross profit brought down. This we will take it in the P&L account, but we are making it separately. That's why we are not carrying down here. Okay. Now this is the branch stock account. We finished the branch stock account. Now we'll do some other accounts. The next account which we are doing is branch expenses account. Yes, we'll start. First is allowances to customers. Allowances to customers. It is 200. Next, discount to customers. Discount to customers 1,400. 2. Bad debts 600. Write all the expenses which they have given. Okay, next, salaries and wages 6,200. 2. Rent and rates 1,200. 2. Sundry expenses 800. Now if you check out here, opening balances of a petty cash is 200, but closing petty cash is 100. So 100 is the expenditure which you have incurred, and they have not specifically shown that petty cash expenses is there. So that's why when they have given opening balances and closing balances, and they have not given any other expenses separately, now they have given petty cash. See that any differences are there in the expenditure. With regarding to only expenditure you need to see. So 200 and closing balance is 100. So 100 will be our petty cash expenses. 2. Petty cash expenses 100. I think that's all. So all these expenses now you are transferring it into P&L account. Okay, by branch P&L account, the total of this is 10,500. Okay, so make it as a total 10,500. 10,500. Now branch expenses account is finished. Next we'll do with some other account. So always while doing P&L account, you get the gross profit carried down. So write by gross profit carried down. In the trading account, in the branch trading account, you have mentioned it. I mean in the branch stock account you got the gross profit. So take that here. Okay. So we got the profit of 19,900. Now in this P&L account, just now we did the expenses. So branch P&L account they have given some inform. I mean it should be transferred. Okay. So write it as from, if it is here in the credit side, it will come in the debit side to branch expenses account. Write 10,500, and so the remaining is, take the total 19,900, 19,900. It is the total. So to net profit, you're writing it. So the net profit is 9,400. Now even this account is finished. So one and only one account which is pending is branch debtors account. We'll do that. Everything which is regarding to debtors will be written here. So right here they have given the opening and closing balances. So write that balance brought down 12,600. Next, closing balances, buy balance carried down. They have given closing balances as 9,800. Then in branch stock account you wrote that cash, you received a cash from the sundry debtors. So write that to sales. From sales only you got that amount, yes or no? So that's why you are writing it as sales, and the amount is 28,500. Sorry, this is 400. Whatever the sales you have made, you are writing it, okay? But what you are remitted to the bank, or what you are remitted to the head office through bank, you are writing it here, okay? So by cash 28,500 you have remitted. Then write everything regarding to the debtors. So by allowance, you have given allowance to the customers, that is 200. Next you have given discount to customers, 1,400. Then bad debts 600. Goods returned by customers, so returns 500. So already you have written the closing balance. Now total you are getting 41,000. That's it. So that's all about this topic. Now next we are doing it for the C part, okay? Trading and P&L account, branch trading and P&L account. So this is the format, normal format, branch trading and P&L account. This we are doing it as normal trading and P&L account. That's it. Nothing much about this. So we'll start, okay? To opening balance, to opening balance. Okay, we are mentioning it here only the stock, because it is trading account. So we are mentioning it only for the stock. So that is 7,000. Next, we have received goods from the head office. Goods received from head office. Okay, write it in the inner column, 26,000. Then you have also given back some certain goods to the HO itself, returned back. So goods returned is 1,000. Returned is 1,000. So remaining is 25,000. There's nothing much difference that if you write here or here, everything is okay. By you have made sales, cash sales of how much is that? Normal 17,000. Write it in the outer column, because nothing much there to do with that adjustment. Next, credit sales credit sales, write it in inner column 28,400, and customers have returned some goods of rupees 500, so take it in the outer column 27,900. Okay, next, then there is closing balance. So closing stock, by closing stock, okay, how much is that? Closing stock is 6,500. Now total it up, you got total as 51,900, and you get a gross profit. Okay, this is carried down, gross profit carried down is how much do we get? 19,900. Okay, now same thing by gross profit carried down, brought down, so you are getting same thing here, 19,900. Then write other expenses. Okay, allowances to customer, 200, discount to customer 1,400, bad debts is 600, then goods, no, that will not come. Salaries is 6,200, to rent 1,200, to sundry expenses is 800. Then also write petty cash expenses, which we found out. Petty cash expenses 100, that is 200 minus 100 is equal to 100. Then write the total as 19,900. You get a net profit of rupees, how much is that? 9,400. That's all about this question.
We have also uploaded illustrations of other chapters like pre and post incorporation, departmental accounts, and financial statements. Please check that, and link will be in the description box.
If you have any queries or any questions to be posted, just comment in the comment section and let me know how did you feel about my videos.